You know how some people just have this glow? This incredible vitality that seems to radiate from them. It's more than just being healthy, it's a kind of deep, luminous energy. Well, today, we're going to dive into an ancient concept that explains exactly what that is.
So, where does that kind of radiance even come from? I mean, is it what you eat? How much you work out? Is it just having a positive attitude? According to ancient Vedic wisdom, the answer is, well, it's kind of all of those things, but they're all working together to build one crucial, subtle essence.
And this idea, it is not new. We're talking thousands of years old, coming straight from the Rig Veda, one of the oldest texts we have. This quote paints this incredible picture of Ojas as this brilliant energy that just shines when everything, heaven and earth, comes together inside a person. This isn't some fleeting feeling, folks. This is the very bedrock of our deepest life force.
Okay, so what is Ojas, really? The best way to think about it is like the ultimate battery pack for your body. It's the super refined, premium fuel that your system creates from everything you take in. And I don't just mean food and water. I'm talking about your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, all of it. It's the very essence that powers your immune system, keeps you feeling grounded, and gives you that spiritual glow.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. You'd think building energy would be all about physical stuff, right? But with Ojas, it actually starts somewhere else entirely. It all begins in the mind, by making it strong, resilient, and ready to receive.
So how do we do that? Well, the yogic path gives us a pretty clear roadmap. First up, embracing virtues. You know, things like peace, faith, and patience. This creates a stable inner world where Ojas can actually build up. Second is concentration, or dharana, which is all about stopping your mind from scattering its energy in a million directions. Third, you've got selfless service, or karma yoga, which helps you sync up your personal energy with the bigger cosmic flow. And finally, using mantras. These are powerful sounds that can literally boost and shield your vital energy.
And this leads to a really important and sometimes misunderstood concept, brahmacharya. Now, a lot of people hear that and immediately think celibacy, but it's much more nuanced. It's really about the conscious control of our sexual energy. Why does this matter so much for Ojas? Well, in this view, reproductive tissue is like the most refined, most potent physical substance our body makes. So preserving it is one of the most direct ways to hold on to our vital essence and keep it from getting drained away.
Okay, so a strong mind is the container, but what do we fill it with? A mind needs a healthy body to operate in, right? So now we get to the physical fuel, the actual tangible stuff you put in your body to build Ojas. We're talking food and herbs.
The diet for building Ojas is all about pure, nourishing, life-giving foods. You can kind of see the pattern here, right? Things like fresh milk and ghee, whole grains, and natural sweeteners, they build you up. On the flip side, you have the stuff to avoid. Foods that are overly stimulating, heavy, or just plain lifeless, like meat, garlic, hot spices, and definitely processed foods. Those are seen as things that just agitate the system and drain you. The whole point is to choose foods that soothe and sustain, not stuff that just gives you a quick jolt and then leaves you empty.
And then, of course, Ayurveda has this incredible toolkit of herbs. And these aren't just for when you get sick, they're what's called rasayanas, which basically means powerful rejuvenators. You've probably heard of some of them, like ashwagandha, which is amazing for stress and building resilience, or amla, which is a potent antioxidant. They're not a quick fix. They work deep down as tonics to literally nourish and rebuild your core vitality, your ojas.
In this holistic view, it goes even further, right down to the subtle energies of gems. It's pretty fascinating. In Vedic astrology, different gems are believed to connect with planetary energies that affect our vitality. So, a pearl is linked to the moon and our bodily fluids. A yellow sapphire is tied to Jupiter and immunity, and a diamond connects with Venus and the reproductive system. It's just another layer of how you can work to harmonize your personal energy.
But you know, with all this talk of herbs and gems, maybe the most powerful tool we have is also the simplest. Sleep. Just good, deep, restful sleep. And the source material is super specific about this. The absolute golden window for your body to produce and restore Ojas is between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Seriously, getting sleep during those hours is an absolute game changer for true rejuvenation.
All right, so we've covered how to build Ojas with our mind and with our food. But let's be real.
In the world we live in today, the bigger fight might just be holding on to the Ojas we've already got. And this is the critical reality check right here. Building Ojas is slow. It takes patience, consistency, real mindfulness. But losing it, that can happen in a flash. The source is pretty clear that Ojas is fragile. It gets depleted way more easily than other kinds of vital energy. So what drains it? Take a look at this list. Does any of it sound familiar? Emotional strain, worry, anxiety. That's the #1 drain. But then you've got overwork, tons of travel, even too much physical exercise. And look at these. Constant exposure to mass media, even too much social contact. It's like having these tiny leaks in your energy tank. The point isn't to become a hermit, but to just be mindful of where your precious energy is actually going.
Which brings us right back to where we started. This quote just nails it. All the good food, the herbs, the healthy habits, those are the ingredients. But what good are ingredients if you don't have a bowl to put them in? That bowl, that vessel, is a receptive, calm, and conscious mind. That's the real secret. It's not just about making Ojas, it's about creating the right container to keep it. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. When you look at that list of things that drain Ojas, from worry and overwork to all the media exposure, what's the single biggest leak in your own vital energy? Because answering that question for yourself, well, that could be the very first step toward cultivating that truly radiant life.